So that took away a third of them. So instead of 24 turrets, they're now only 16 turrets. Because the other 8 are just busy, like slipping and sliding on this pudding. Cool. I will allow the rest of the main cast to do whatever it is they want to do at this point. Tori, you're still figuring out what the heck to do to disable this thing.
I'll fire at some of the turrets.
Sure. Roll me a Tommy gun roll. Alright. I will say that you will be able to dispatch 2 of the turrets, 2 of the 16, so there are 14 left.
I'm gonna flavor Senshi.
Yeah!
You took the word.
Transform. And the nice thing is, you can choose to go into your super form if you prefer your super form instead. It's up to you.
No, I'll go with my regular one for now, and I'm just gonna create a wall of like solid candy around us to protect us from the bullet fire.
Yes, that you can do. So they'll start firing at you, and all of a sudden, this hard Jolly Rancher-like hard candy just surrounds you all. What color is it? It's pink. It's pink. Watermelon flavored.
Yes.
Watermelon flavored.
The best one.
It's like grape.
That strong smell of vanilla and watermelon. I'm picturing
Vanilla and watermelon.
Smelling it.
Yes.
Probably sounds awful. It's probably awful in here.
Yeah. Starr, what are you doing?
Starr will follow. Starr, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, what can I use? Because Starr can't really do magic. So Starr sees black powder, and Starr says, monkey see, monkey do. So Starr will transform, but Starr will go into the super form on purpose.
Nice, super form.
Yes. And once Starr is fully transformed, Starr is like, I hope this doesn't backfire. So Starr will create a acidic like spray on the rest of the turrets to try to like eat them away with acid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Just roll a regular range attack roll. +4. It's your super form, so you can add +4 to this.
Okay. So Starr got a 13.
That should work.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you will, with the blast, you will be able to kill another 3 turrets. So down to 11 turrets from before. I'm going to say that the chromatics, they can't do much because they can't do music. So they're just kind of watching and just trying to make sure. I think they're like sort of shielding themselves from the shots, but then the candy pops up. Stormy is actually going to. He probably will find some blunt object, maybe like a random like lead pipe that had fallen from the ceiling or something because of the disrepair, and he's just gonna bash one of the turrets with it. So we're down to 10, and then I think Taylor, she can't see or hear anything, so she's still not really sure what she can do to be useful, and at least for this round, I think it's fitting that Shepard's distracted by the pudding. So he's also he sees Frankie tasting it and goes, and Shepard's like, dude, this is amazing. Ooh, is that watermelon candy? And he's just gonna go with the watermelon candy and start licking it as well. He's just distracted. Of course, he says this out loud, but no sound actually comes out, but you know what he's saying. All right. Next round. So Eidos is probably going to notice that you're there, and she basically will, outside of her chest, will be this minigun looking thing. And so she's going to start like firing the minigun at Tori, but it just goes right through her. And I think Eidos will say, "What the deuce?" as it's firing right through Tori. The turrets will now all fire. I'm just gonna see how they succeed on this roll. I'll do like 3 rolls. Okay, so they're firing at the candy. It's holding up for this round. It probably will hold up in the next round, but it'll most likely not survive the next round. So you all are free to do whatever you'd like. Main cast, free to do whatever you'd like now.
I'm gonna sign to Starr. Do you still want to save this thing?
Starr will say, hell no. The scythe Starr have, he'll extend it, and he'll do like a swipe trying to hit whatever other turrets like
Turret?
Yeah. And Starr gets another 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because you're not a melee fighter, you'll damage a turret, but it won't destroy it. And the turret will probably say something like, "Can I get your autograph?"
Mouth no. Sorry.
So, Tori, while you're figuring out how to deactivate Eidos, mechanically, I'm going to require 3 successes in order to figure it out. You've already got 1, so if you want to roll again to try to succeed, you may.
Sure.
But you'll need the total of 3 successes. So go ahead.
Well, that is a 13 out of 12.
So you failed that one.
Do we still have the leadership?
The leadership bonus it?
It's only until my next round.
Got it.
Yeah, so no. Okay, so no success this time. The rest of the main cast, would you like to do anything?
I'll do another gun attack.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll. See what you get. Yeah, I'll say you'll destroy another turret, so down to 9, plus 1 that's damaged. Frankie, what would you like to do?
So Frankie would see that the wall of Jolly Rancher is holding up, but some of it has taken some damage. He is going to, you know how he's going to vault over it, because he was behind it. So he's going to vault over it. As he does that, he'll probably take a piece of it that kind of broke off a little bit and like eat it on his way over.
Nice.
And as he gets over the wall, he'll approach one of the turrets and just kind of bash it this time. He's still using his Sonic Strike, but this time he's going melee on it and just full force down
go
on
ahead.
it.
Roll for it. Yeah. You will easily
roll that damage because I got it.
Nice. I'm gonna say you'll bust one of them, it'll go flying, then hit another one, which, because of the sheer force of it, it'll also destroy the second one. So, that would be 9, 8, 7. 7 turrets plus 1 that's been damaged by Starr. 7 turrets are left.
Alright, because I can see that my wall's gonna be breaking down anyways, I'm actually gonna lower it so it looks really thin and then shoot it out into shards of glass.
Yes!
Glass candy.
That you
try
can
and wipe
do.
out the rest if I can.
That you can do. Just roll me a 3d6. I want to see what you get with your 3d6. Ooh.
Go.
That's a good roll. That's a good roll. I'm gonna say with that, you actually managed to destroy 5 turrets. So there are now 2 turrets left, one of which is damaged by Starr. Excellent. Stormy is going to destroy another turret. There's 1 turret left. I'm going to say that now that the candy is gone, I think there'll be a very disappointed pout on Shepard's face. But he will then go over to the turret that Starr was destroying, and he's also gonna take some other random blunt object and also help to kill that last one. Because I think that was the one left. There was only one left, right? So he'll destroy that last one, and then the chromatics will notice that something's happening with Tori, so they're gonna start playing music, even though no sound's coming out, but they're gonna at least start playing it. And again, Taylor's just going to hang out. So, Eidos, realizing that she can't affect you, Tori, is going to now aim the minigun towards... who does it? It probably believes... It's going to aim it towards Sam, actually. Sam's using that Tommy gun pretty darn well, efficiently. So, Sam, would you like to dodge the hail of bullets that are coming at you right now?
I definitely will dodge.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my self-defense. Yes.
Nice.
Nice. So you dodge from that attack, and you all can now act normally. The main cast can act normally.
Star's gonna create a ball of acid and shoot it at Eidos.
Nice. Go ahead. Roll an attack roll.
Okay.
Yes, you will blast it on Eidos. Eidos will take a good amount of damage. Still looks like she's still kicking, but you definitely hurt her.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of do like almost first thing that's come to mind are like sour straws. Do you know what those are?
Mm-hmm.
And kind of wrap them around Eidos and start trying to pull her off of her like
Yes, you can. Yes, you'll be able to start. You can see like a couple of the bolts that are attaching her to the ceiling start to pop off as you're doing that.
I'll definitely shoot at Eidos.
Yeah, you will pepper Eidos with more bullets. Frankie?
Yeah. As everyone is just attacking it with all of their abilities, I feel like this is one of those moments where we're all just like, we're crossing streams at this point with our abilities. And I am shooting at it with my Sonic Strike as well, so we're
Nice.
all just peppering it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do major damage to Eidos. Veed will take out his card. He will drop it down to the ground, and it will summon forth D&D like Rust Monster, the D&D Rust Monster. Although its attacks are ranged, so it'll probably like fire this like rusting beam at GLaDOS, which will at the base specifically, just to help pull it off of its hinges more easily. And then I think Shepard is going to try to jump towards GLaDOS or Eidos, excuse me. Try to jump towards Eidos with the blunt object, and he just kind of go. He can't quite jump high enough. He's making good effort though.
Aww.
Seeing how everyone's attacking Eidos now, she'll just do that too and shoot a fireball.
All right. Sure. That you'll fire. You cast your magic. It'll create this big fireball that will explode on Eidos, completely pulling Eidos off of its hinges, and Eidos is going to start to fall to the ground. And Starr, cinematically, what would you will get to have the killing blow, destroying blow, but I would love for you to please do this in combo with Stormy.
Okay.
So how do you and Stormy do the killing blow together?
Okay. As Eidos is falling, Starr will look at Stormy, and Starr will create a bow, like an actual like bow and arrow, and like do
With magic?
Not with magic, but with the senshi.
With the senshi.
Yeah, with the
Thank you.
senshi.
Yes, with the senshi magic. Which is different, yeah.
Yes. And Starr will like flutter his wings, like to say like, give me, like toss me towards her or something.
Oh yeah. Sure. He will, Stormy, with his rippling muscles. At this point, like, I'm gonna say, because Stormy's got a nice suit. So, at this point, like, he flexes his biceps and they, like, rip through his sleeves. His some of the buttons pop out of his buttoned up shirt. It shows a little bit of his chest there. And then he's just gonna roar and then just toss you towards Eidos as she's falling. And what happens as you're flying through the air?
Okay, so as Star's flying through the air with this arrow, Starr starts to spin, and as he spins, it kind of creates like a drill, and then he fires as he's like coming towards her. So it creates like an acid drill or so.
Yeah.
Buenos dias, bonita.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you just go right through Eidos. And Eidos will go... And then, it'll basically cut her in half, like split her in half as the pieces fall to the ground. And as soon as she falls to the ground, the remaining turrets that were slipping and sliding in the vanilla pudding, they automatically will deactivate. And they will say, powering down. The sound dampening goes away, so you all can hear sound and talk to each other again. Everyone all right? Staler asks.
We're good. How about you?
I admit I was really uncomfortable once we stepped into the building, but It feels way better now than it did before.
Right, all done. You can drop your illusion now, hon.
Oh, sure. And she'll transform back into a bat.
You're good?
Starr will have tears in his eyes and not really, but it had to be done.
You want to see if you can find your memory card in there?
Starr will say, yeah, I do.
Shepard's gonna look at the turrets that have been deactivated, and he just picks one up and says, "Aw, these things are so cute. They look like toasters with guns. I'll name you Toast," he says.
Yes!
T-O $T.
Oh my god. Star's gonna be like, well, we'll remodify that one.
Veed turns to Frankie and says, "Hey, Frankie, there's 8 turrets left. Maybe your people could use some of them."
Ooh, that's a good idea. I mean, back home we do have a lot of weapons already, but these could be useful too.
We are useful. We are useful. Please use us. We are but tools. We aren't your slaves.
So sad.
Right?
He starts picking them up, and also some of the pudding as he's still eating some of the pudding as he's picking. He's just scrounging everything, the Jolly Ranchers pieces, and.
Are you my mommy now? One of them says.
Mommy, don't push it. Maybe just big brother.
Don't worry, we are potty trained.
Okay, well that's a good thing. I'd hate for you to be spilling oil and juices everywhere.
What do we call you?
Just Frankie. That's enough.
Just Frankie, that's enough.
No. Just Frankie.
Just Frankie.
No, just Frankie.
Frankie.
Perfect.
Frankie. Perfect.
I need help here.
Yes!
Taylor will say, "You seem to make friends everywhere, don't you, Frankie?"
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess I just have one of those faces.
Starr, you will be able to find the section that has all of the files you're looking for, so you can pull that out. And Sam, because of all of your sleuthing, investigating, you'll probably find the core element of this device that does the actual sound dampening. You presume that this was something that could have been attached to the satellite to affect the entire city, but and maybe it did during testing purposes, but for the purposes of the attack, I think it was attached to this device thing.
This could come in handy in Frankie's world. If we can keep the sound down, that'll keep everybody from having that noise that affected you and Agatha. It'd be like when I was holding your neck the whole time, but for all of your people.
Yes, so we definitely need this. And these, so now he has a backpack full of these little turrets. Starr, coming to your world has been more useful than anything we've done so far. Well, not like that, but, this is great.
Starr will nod and say, yes. As long as it serves a purpose and it can help you in the coming battle, then so be it. And Starr will touch Frankie's arm and say, just a way of I support you, and look towards the remaining pieces of energy and say, I'm ready to go. And Starr will clutch the little flash drive to his chest and say, how about y'all?
Want to go back to your house for a wee bit?
Starr will nod, yes. Still, you can still see tears. Starr's tears are really sparkly and they're noticeable.
Stormy is gonna look down at what was left of energy, and he's just gonna wrap his arm around you, Starr, and he'll say, "Next year for your birthday, I'll just get you a box of chocolates or something. Maybe keep it simpler."
Agreed. And you hear Starr sniffling like, agreed.
How about all this pudding? Shepard says as he's still scooping up some of it into his mouth.
That's disgusting. It's been on the floor. I'll make you more at Star's house.
Seriously?
I know how to make pudding. It's easy.
Well, sign me up then, he says.
I'm also assuming you have a first aid kit at home, because I still have like a bleeding wound.
Starr will walk over to you and say, I'm so sorry, BP. I said, this is on me. And Starr will...
He can heal you to full.
Yeah.
He can heal you to full health.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll heal you to full health.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better.
The Chromatics will, play a jazzy victory song as you all are leaving. And, we will end the scene there. And go back to, I guess, Starr's apartment, where Black Powder is making pudding. It seems like. Okay.
When Starr gets back home, Starr is holding the device and saying, just saying to everybody, thank you for helping me with this. I mean, you guys put your neck on the line. You could have died at the hands of these turrets. And I couldn't have done it without you. I'm just opening my doors to you all. If ever you feel like your world isn't a safe place for you anymore, if you don't feel like you're not happy where you are, my home is your home. And you're free to come here whenever you like. No questions asked. It can even be a vacation spot. And Starr will look at Black Powder and Taylor and be like, and also... perhaps a future honeymoon gift? And Starr shrugs.
He says nothing.
Taylor's just going to smile, but she'll also say nothing.
How long do you want to stay here, Starr?
Just one more night. And then we can go kick ass in Frankie's world. And Starr will toss up the little device and say, you guys want to do something fun tonight? As a family?
Depends on your definition of fun.
Will it involve pudding?
Here's your bloody pudding. I just shove a bowl in his arms.
Best day ever. And he starts shoveling the pudding into his mouth.
As Black Powder sits down, he's actually going to pull the note from Jim out and hand it to Sam.
You'll give Sam the note. And you can see what's going on with Jim. Back in Black Powder's world.
So Sam is actually at any point going to get Starr kind of pulled aside and just ask, how are you doing? I know it was a heck of a day, but are you doing okay?
Starr will smile. His eyes will go bright blue. And say, actually, better than I have in a long while. And Starr will say, tonight, and Starr will look at Black Powder and say, you and Veed want to make dinner for us?
I'm up.
I'm always up for that, Veed says.
How about Frankie? How about you and Tori? Up for a family dinner?
Always. Yay, food. When he's playing with the turrets. How many turrets does he have?
I said a third of them, so 8. You have 8 turrets total. If you took all 8 of them.
Yeah.
Shepard probably wants to keep one, but...
Okay. And he's... Cool. We'll have 7. And he's... He probably has like a marker and he's like drawing on them like little eyebrows and like so crazy designs on them, like a mohawk, and giving them like funny names like Atom Bomb or something, like Garbage Pail Kid names. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's amazing. Thank you, Frankie.
You're welcome. I like their accent.
Of course you would. A little later that evening, as Frankie has continued to draw the little faces, Starr will take the device and put it inside of a device kind of like a hologram, so you can kind of see some of the images on there. And the pictures that are just on display are just random pictures of Starr and Stormy, like making goofy faces together, Starr behind backstage, Starr licking Frankie's face and him, not Frankie, but Stormy's face and him going like looking like, what the, like just random stuff.
That was a Freudian slip.
Freudian slip, yes. Starr with energy, like, you see like Starr with energy, Starr at like a fashion show, Starr like Starr like like on a game show like The Voice, and you see Starr as one of the judges doing a Christina Aguilera like singing while the other person is singing, like all that kind of stuff is happening. And Starr will say, this is why I wanted to keep it, because of the memories. Memories are all we have in this world, and if I wasn't able to keep this, I fear I would lose some of the most magical moments in my life. But I want to create a new memory. And Starr will hold up their phone and say, guys, want to do a group selfie? So Starr will put the phone on like a little stand and like just like a random hodgepodge picture of everybody together. And as the picture goes off, Starr will once again lick Stormy on the cheek, because why the hell not? And Stormy will do that face like,
Taylor will probably have a brief moment with Black Powder, and she'll say, so you're leaving again?
I got a few last things to take care of. But...
Do you know how long you'll be gone this time?
No. It shouldn't be as long as last time. Hoping no more than a month at most. Have to go back to my world, which tends to take a lot of time, unfortunately.
I thought you didn't want to go back there anymore.
I don't. But, there's someone there who I hurt. And he's in a sticky situation dealing with my mess. And I can't let him be the one to clean it up.
That sounds like you. Well, I guess good luck with that.
And once I get back, I'm gonna be talking with Frankie about what we discussed before. See how he feels.
That sounds good. Well, I'll be waiting here then. Sorry, by the way, if I wasn't particularly useful at the radio station as I would have liked.
No, it wasn't your fault. Nothing we could have predicted. So...
I am happy, though, that we were able to close that loop with energy. I think that if we hadn't, that would have bothered me for a very long time.
I mean, if we hadn't, then the whole town would be very quiet. And I have a feeling most people would freak out at that.
Yes, I would say so. Well, that does seem to be what you all do. You come in and you fix things. You fixed me.
You don't fix people. You just help them along.
I needed a lot of help.
So did I.
Fair enough. And she's just gonna like lean in to like give you a kiss.
He'll like put his arm around her and like hold her, and he's like, since we're staying the night, don't go far. And then he'll go to talk to Frankie.
Sure. Go ahead.
Hey Frankie.
Yes, Black Powder.
Can you take a break from playing with your new toys? I need to talk to you for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he puts them down. He's still messing with them.
You know, after the war, those are just going to become pets, right?
Probably.
You're going to become one of those crazy cat ladies. Just with droids instead.
Okay.
Look, I wanted to ask you something.
Sure.
After this is all done, I'm thinking about maybe retiring in your world. If you're alright with that.
Interesting. Yeah, of course.
But I wouldn't necessarily be coming alone. And he kind of glances over at Taylor.
Oh, I see. And she wants to come along and everything.
She said she did. At least wanted to give it a try. Considering the way her kind are treated here, I don't really blame her.
That's true.
And
Um,
I'm sure after the war, everyone could use a bit of music to lighten up the place.
very true. And it's not like we have a ton of music. We have a few people that are good at playing instruments and stuff, but it's not the same thing as the people here in Starr World. They're like all superstars.
But there's no better way to say this. I didn't want to bring a new stepmom into the house without your permission. Essentially.
Well, thank you for considering my feelings about the situation. I'm just, I'm still concerned because my world is still very dangerous. And it all depends on how successful we are. I'm hoping all of these things we're kind of gathering and all the help we can get will help us change my world. I'll be honest, I was even considering, it's very interesting you bring this up, because I was thinking of taking Victor into your world.
Really?
Yeah, I had the talk with Tori and Starr a little back about, my feelings about Victor and all of this being kind of pre-written, and is it real or not? And I wanted to maybe test our feelings outside of the world we were written in. And if we survive our relationship outside of that world, then maybe it's real.
If you choose to test it in my dumpster fire of a world.
It was
The curses and the monsters and the sailing.
But my world kind of already has a lot of that, except for the sailing part. I really like that part. And I don't know, I just felt like it's a place where it could really test us. Perhaps because of the monsters and the curses, and it's not as rosy of a place like here in Starr World, where everything is very fantastical, and it's also not as super dark and dangerous as Tori's world. It's like like a middle ground.
If you do decide to do that, I'd be happy to give you some sailing lessons ahead of time so you actually know what you're doing.
That would be very helpful, yes. And we can always visit each other. So and maybe it won't last long. Like, we go for a little bit, and if it doesn't work, we can come back. Or we can try another world. Maybe we go to Sam's world.
I kind of figured we'd always be visiting each other no matter what. Like,
That's true.
but for one, I already handed it to Sam, but Jim sent a letter, so we might be going back to my world soon.
Oh, really?
He's still stuck on that bloody island.
Oh, no.
Pirates are still there too.
And how is he feeling? Like, does he still want to kill you?
Not sure, he hasn't replied to my letter. Technically, I opened Lonnick's mail, but Lonnick's not here to complain. So...
Yeah, that's true.
But, in terms of your fear about fixing the problems in your world, if there's one thing I've learned about your Frankie is you definitely can change worlds.
You too, Black Powder.
We'll talk about this a bit more later, but I want to at least bring it up.
Okay. Well, it's a lot to think about. Again, it all depends on how successful we are in my world. So let's really plan really well on how we're going to do this.
I agree.
But I'm very happy for you and Taylor.
Thanks. Still new, but and I
Cool.
don't know if good luck's really the word for you and Victor, but I know you care for him. One way or another, even if it's not what you originally thought you care.
I still care about him very, very much. And I think that's what's disturbing me is it really my emotions and feelings, or is it something that was just written for me by Dan the man?
Well, let me see. From what
Like-
I've heard, kids are born with an innate affection for their parents, right? They know that that's the one they go to if they need food and drink, and like they know who their mother is when they're born.
I wouldn't know that exactly.
Supposedly. But as they grow, that love can either be lost or it can be strengthened. Just because something's there right from the beginning doesn't mean it's false, but it is subject to change.
I think I see your point.
I'm not very good at talking about love. I didn't even know my own fucking parents. But no matter what, as long as you're happy, that's what matters, right? And whatever happens, if Victor ever hurts you,
I know. You choke him.
I'd probably do more than that. But yeah, no one hurts my boy.
But don't worry. I mean, I don't, Victor really cares for me too. And I think that's what I need to at least talk to him about and see what he thinks after all of this. He becomes aware of all of this. And, I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody needs to learn about Felix, needs to hear this, and Henry needs to hear this. I mean, all of this was all written. Even like his relationship with Ethan. And as he says that, his voice changes to Ethan's voice. And his facial features begin to morph a little bit into Ethan as he's tapping into his kind of memories of other people. And he just does this subconsciously and not realizing he's doing it. Henry needs to see, and he changes his voice. He needs to see that his friend hasn't left yet. His friend is still around. It's important. Henry's hurting a lot, and I think a lot of the things he's done is because he's lost a lot in his life. He needs to realize that he hasn't really lost it. It's gonna be crazy going back to my world. And then he reverts back to Frankie.
It's going to be crazy. We'll be there with you, all right?
Yeah. I'm curious to see what Taylor will look like in my world. That's for sure. Remember, you changed your appearance.
Well, I'm curious about that too. Maybe. I'm also wondering if maybe there's something there that might help her see.
Oh,
If she wants it.
we could certainly find some. I mean, I don't know particularly, but I know that there are people with different kinds of like cybernetics and nano technology. I don't know all the fancy technical term, but I know Victor can certainly help.
Oh, in the end, it's
maybe-
up to her. But
Victor and Henry can probably put their heads together and come up with something very crazy and interesting.
one step at a time. First, we got to go into war.
Yeah, that's why I'm like trying to like make sure all these turrets are all going to behave.
And I'm sure you'll manage. And if need be, I'm sure Henry can help once we get back. He is very good with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. For sure. We'll
Just don't-
make him like Bombard General.
Just don't stay up too late working on them. You need your rest, all right?
Okay, I'll put that away in like 10 minutes.
All right. Kind of like ruffle his growing in hair.
And then he's like, oh, okay, Dad.
We'll walk away.
Bye, Grandpa. One of the turrets says.
I can still kick.
No, it's learning. It's a learning program.
Not ready to be a grandpa yet.
Samuel, the Chromatics will be chatting with you in the living room. And one of them will say, "So, Samuel, sounds like you're going to be disappearing for a little bit again. Ooh, yeah, so mysterious you are."
Yeah, we've got a lot to do, and not a whole lot of time to do it. But it's what we do. We help each other out where we can.
When's the next time you're going to be swinging around these parts then, sugar?
Oh, I'm imagining soon.
Oh. Remember, Samuel, you owe us a jam session. Oh, yes. We definitely want to see if we can collaborate sometime in the very near future.
Oh, I'm sure that's a possibility at some point.
What are you thinking? Are you thinking something smooth and sultry? Are you thinking something upbeat? Or what do you prefer? Yes, Sam, how do you like it?
I think it varies by situation, and at this moment, who knows what's in the hearts of men? It's hard to say.
Well, we like that. She says we're the same way. Yeah, we're very flexible when it comes to that thing, so we can definitely adapt to whatever situation you need. Mm-hmm.
Adaptation. That's actually a great call out. And at that, I'm going to try to get Starr's attention as well, and kind of get him in the throes. Say, these chromatics were just making me think about some of the adaptations that we've all had to do in different areas that we've been to and how we've been helping each other. And I know everybody really has been taking it on the chin. I know there were a couple of times where it was very hard for you to adapt into some of the challenging aspects of our world. And these lovely imps here were just making me think about how sometimes you have to have a little bit of thought, but be able to adapt. So from my left pocket, I'm going to pull out a little finger skateboard. It's like those little finger boards that you roll with. And it's like a 2-bit piece out of Lonix World. I'm going to hand it to Starr and say, you always have to be able to be agile and sometimes just roll with the punches, which you've been doing phenomenal with. These gals here were talking about some type of a collaboration. Maybe since I know you're going to be performing really soon, again, I just think an opportunity for a rainbow of music could be a winning combination for some type of a tour. And I'm going to try to pass the buck for the chromatics onto Starr a little bit.
Starr will be like, I absolutely agree. A rainbow of jazz. And Starr will look at the chromatics and say, when you have a mystery, he is the man to call. I could see that definitely being a thing, but honestly, I think it's time for a new set of stars to take center stage. What do you think, girls?
What are you implying?
Well, after all of our adventuring and today's events, I think it's high time my world got a change of how they view us. Music is magic, And magic is music. And it's something magical, it's something special, and it shouldn't be hidden or locked away or kept under a box, or we shouldn't be afraid to be ourselves. So what I'm going to tell you girls is that how would you like to be known, not just for being the chromatics, but for being these talented metamorphoses?
Oh, we would definitely want that. Yes, we don't really have much fear when it comes to, letting people know about our abilities. Yeah, shoot, people are scared of us because of it, or they want to shame us because of it. Well, that's on them, not on us. Doesn't bother us one bit.
That is exactly what I want to hear. And Starr will glance over towards Taylor and say, and I think some people should take away those stigmas of those of us who are different. Because we're all different for different reasons, for good reasons. I think it's time I hang up my gloves and entered a new arena. One where I make changes for all of us. What do you think?
Before they answer, I'm going to say Stormy is going to come and just, put his arm around your shoulder and say, sweetheart, I think that is a fantastic idea.
Starr will tickle his chin and say, I'm glad you see things my way. But one last thing, and Starr will kiss Stormy's hand and say, Sam, Tori, can I borrow you for just a second? And he'll give Stormy's hand like a firm squeeze and say, just for a second.
Of course.
Yeah.
And Starr will look at the chromatics and wink and say, take 5, girls. Starr will walk them out to the balcony and say, for you, Tori, I know you're not homeless, but I know you need a place to find a body. If you decide to keep the level up, because something is telling me you might be thinking otherwise, I don't know what, but if you need a new body, it may be mechanic, but you could always possess technology, so maybe we could build you something. If not here, maybe in Frankie's world. Seeing how Sam was pointing out how the technology here could be used in Frankie's world. It's just something I thought about.
It's good to have options, right? But yeah, I guess I can't really hide anything on my face, can I? Yeah, I'm thinking about using it on Agatha, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Starr will look a little nervous by you saying that. His eyes will go a little green and he'll say, if that's what you feel is best, then I stand by your decision.
Thank you. Yeah, I again, this all kind of weighs on how Felix feels about this. If he wants Agatha back. So we'll just have to see. But I appreciate the offer. And if I do keep it for Agatha, then we'll try Robot Tori on for size.
I think there's a lot of options open for you, Tori. And I mean, definitely, I know it's a lot of choice, and I don't envy you those choices. I know we were going to make that choice pretty soon, but Reginald actually shared something with me, a letter from Jim, who is still stuck on that island. I haven't had a chance to follow up. I'm hoping over dinner that we get a good, complete, open discussion about it. But some of my thoughts were, if we can maybe look at getting Jim off that island before going to Frankie's world, it might be a benefit just to get that aspect complete and help out that mummy bear once more. But I just wanted to get you guys in the loop because I'm going to let the group decide, and I just want to make sure everybody has all the information.
Oh, we appreciate the heads up.
Absolutely.
No one should be stuck on that awful island. No offense to you, Sam, but it was just a little weird being in your shoes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Starr will look at Sam and say, now, the reason I wanted to bring you here as well is that you don't have a home to go back to because of reasons. And I know you might want to stay in that library, but I want to extend that invitation to you too as well. You can, I don't know if you want to live your days as a skunk, but you're welcome to live here. And you won't be threatened. You'll be under my protection, and you can maybe solve mysteries while you're here.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. And I can tell you that I'm definitely going to not spend all my time in the library. There's lots of exploring to do, and there's lots of mysteries to solve. I have a feeling I'm going to be pretty busy, but I'm definitely not going to be a stranger, and I'm hoping that everybody at least agrees that we can get together at least once a year for a big old family meal, maybe at the New Year or Christmas or whatever's most convenient.
What's Christmas?
Do you have
You'll
holidays?
have to see a Macy's parade.
Macy's parade?
It's a thing.
Yeah, with the big blue. Oh, it's. You would love it, Starr. Yeah, you would love it. And
It's got a jolly old elf.
Oh, okay.
I love that idea, Sam, of dinners. Why? I mean, I guess it just depends on how busy we all are. But like, I was thinking even like Sunday dinners.
Ooh, I like that. And Star's wings are twitching with joy.
Definitely a doable. I think depending on who's where and what they're doing, I think we should all try it and just make sure we're all staying in touch wherever we are.
Side note to that, Sam, if you ever want to do a little paranormal investigating in my world, I'm sure Carmen wouldn't mind.
Oh, like I said, I feel mysteries in many, many places. I don't think I'm just going to be sitting idly in a library.
Tori's like texting Carmen. Oh my God.
I love it. Oh, well, and Starr will lean into Tori and say, make sure the chromatics don't hear this.
They will never know.
From this point, Starr, like after everyone has done their thing and Starr is teasing Frankie about his new pets, Starr will say to Stormy, come with me. I want you to, before then, he'll be like, Tori, can you give me my hands?
Oh, yeah. And she'll pull out like a pincushion and just do her little...
Yep. Roll your IQ roll to do the acupuncture.
Alrighty.
You technically need to do that every single time.
Yeah. Yep, we're good.
Yep, you succeed.
Yes. Starr will go, if I could, I would so hug you right now. But just know that I'm sending you all the warm affection I can.
I can feel it from here.
I will say thank you. And then Starr will say, Stormy, take my hand.
He will take it.
And Starr will walk to their bedroom, but not like towards the bed. Starr will walk towards their balcony. And Starr will open the balcony and say, the entire time I've been gone, all I could think was you. When Dan the Man told me that I was just a character in a book, I questioned my existence for a minute. But what is real to me is this right now, here with you, with them, and that we are here for a reason and a purpose. And I am gonna leave again. But this time, I don't plan to stay gone as long as I did before. Do you believe that?
Absolutely. Of course I believe that. And he's just going to like wrap his arms around your waist and just pull you in very tightly. And you can hear like the beating of his heart, the small beating of his heart. But if you need me for anything while you're out there, you let me know.
Yes, we will.
I've heard that there's some sort of battle that's brewing. I could be very useful in battle.
You were quite useful today, so... And I know who you are. I know you'll be just what we need right when we need it. Thank you for today.
Of course. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to be whatever it is you need me to be in that moment. Whether it's your agent, whether it's your bodyguard, or your lover.
How about the new president's husband?
I like the sound of that.
And Starr will look up at Stormy and say, I have been under so many heavens, and I have seen so many different stars, but none of them compare to the view I have now. And I think it's time I told you exactly how I feel. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll cover you. Cosmic storm has raptured my heart. Euphoric and weak for your touch. I'll love you with all my heart. I'll love you with all my heart. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll love you with all my heart. Showers from above, you gave me your heart, and I gave you mine. I'll love you with all my heart. I'll love you with all my heart. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll love you with all my heart. Ooh, ooh. Travel through worlds thinking of you. So far from you, holding your hands, nothing has changed. I feel your love. I'll cover you in
in stardust. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll love you with all my heart. I'll love you with all my heart. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll cover you in stardust. I'll love you with all my heart.
I had nothing planned for choreography. I was making that shit up on the spot.
This is great.
Well done.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all like it.
Super cool. I like that you utilized his theme song for that. That's super cool. Okie dokie. So, you will use the bookmark to return back to the library once again. What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna go check to see if Jim's replied.
Yes. So, do you want to read out loud, Thistle, the letter that you wrote to Jim?
Sure. The letter BP had written to Jim before was, Jim, I'm sorry, but Lonik has left the group to return to his own world. He had some work to do there. But I suspect you probably don't want it. I'm sure everyone would be happy to return to the atoll to sort out the mess with Redcap, especially since it was my mess to begin with. Jim, I don't blame you for your anger. It is well deserved, but if there's one thing I could possibly put right, it's to give you the chance to get off that damnable island and get back to your mother. The truth is, I can't say I regret my actions for my life up until now. It is something that has already happened and cannot be changed. And my reasons at the time are still sound with perspective. But I can truthfully say I don't want to be that man anymore, and I have people around me to keep me in check when the temptations cross my path. Either way I ramble, we will be there soon to deal with the pirates and get you on your way home. Reginald.
When you pass by the phone booths area, you will see visually that there is a message waiting from your world's booth, and there will be a bottle there as well, a new one. If you uncork it, open it up, and take the letter out, you will recognize Jim's handwriting. All it says is, I'm still angry. I will probably be angry for a very long time, but I need to get back to my mom. And there are a lot of men here who don't deserve to be stuck here either. If you mean what you said, then help them, at least. And that's all he says.
I'll take the letter back down to everyone else.
Well, Reginald, do you have any thoughts, plans, ideas?
Well, from the sounds of it, Redcap's running his crew as incompetently as ever. Men don't deserve that. I think Redcap needs to be put down once and for all. He's been nothing but a pain.
Well, we're with you. Maybe that mud Sam has might come in handy here, Black Powder.
Possibly. Get them on our side instead.
Veed says, so same question as I asked back with energy. What's the plan when we run into this Redcap? Do we... He does the Frankie thing.
If we're able to just... He's either marooned or dead.
We can help with that. We all can help with that. the other 7 turrets behind Frankie say.
Frankie, maybe go put your toys away.
They're just trying to help.
I know,
Oh.
but I don't know if they would even work in my world.
We want to come. We want to come
My
too.
my dolls are essentially the same thing. They're toys.
Your dolls don't talk to us. Not normally, anyways. But I don't
like
even
to
know.
pretend they do.
That's fair. I don't even know if they would work in my world. And we're going to be around water that could damage them.
Oh, no, we don't like water. No, water is bad.
I just don't. I think it might be better if they stayed here until they can. That way they can go back to your world without any damages. I think your world's going to need them more. Most of the crew, they're opportunistic shits, but they're not bad. Comparatively. God, it's weird. But the problem's Redcap. Cut off the head and the body flounders.
Well, we'll let you do the talking there, Black Powder.
That's the goal. But I don't see a way to get out of this with Redcap either being marooned to die or just straight up dying. He keeps putting his men in danger. That can't be allowed.
Well, let's hope he picks the marooned option.
If not, I'll be the one to do it. It's my mess.
Wait, but no killing, right? This time?
Only Redcap, possibly. Depends on what he does. And like I said, if it is, I'll be the one. My hands are already dirty. No need to get yours.
Well,
Okay.
I think the marooning is the best bet. Knowing now what we know now kind of makes me think of this film that I saw called The Crimson Pirate. And you know, those pirates in that movie had a lot of fun.